G'day guys, it's Tony from GME. In this video, we're going to talk about scanning. Now, for anyone who's spent a bit of time using UHF-CB, this might not be the video for you. But if you're new to using and owning a UHF-CB radio, then this is a really good starting point for you to understand how the scanning functionality works on our XRS range of radios. Today, we're only going to be talking about OpenScan, which is the general scanning technology. In subsequent videos, we're going to go into a little bit more detail. We're going to cover dual watch, priority scan, and net scan, but as they are a little bit more complicated, we're not going to cover them in today's video. So on your XRS microphone, you've got a scan button, front and center. Now by default, when you press that scan button, the radio will commence OpenScan, which is scanning all 75 channels on the UHF-CB. Now, you may think that there's 80 channels, so why are we only scanning 75? Channels 22 and 23 are reserved for telemetry use only, so data, and 61, 62, and 63 are reserved for future use. So, by default, the UHF will not scan those 5 channels, but it will scan the other 75 in the scan memory. Whichever channel your radio is on when you commence the scan process is your working channel. So, at the moment, the radio is on channel 1. So by default, the radio thinks that channel 1 is the working channel. As the radio scans, any transmission that is received on any channel within that scan memory, the radio will pause to allow you to hear what's being said on that channel. Once the channel becomes clear, the radio will remain on that channel for 5 seconds before it resumes the scan. If, however, you receive a transmission through the scan process, say on channel 36, if you push the push to talk button and transmit on that channel to respond to whoever has sent the transmission, the radio will change your working channel to whichever channel you've just PTT'd on. So if you start on working channel 1, transmit on 36, the radio, when it resumes its scan, will then change your working channel to channel 36. At any point through the scanning process, if you push the push to talk button, the radio will revert to your working channel, and that will be the channel that you transmit on. Now through the scanning process, if you continue to receive transmissions on a particular channel that you don't want to hear, you can skip those particular channels from the scan group by pressing the up or the down arrow when the radio is receiving on that particular channel. That will then remove the channel from the scan group for 30 seconds. Now, of course, if you continue to receive transmissions on that channel and you don't want to hear them, you can remove the channel from the scan group for the duration of the scan session. You press and hold the scan button, the radio will recommence scanning the group with the exception of that particular channel. Now, you can do that as many times as you like, but of course, you have to have at least one channel in your scan group. If you remove that last channel, the radio will reinstate all of the channels that you've just removed from the scan group, and you'll be scanning all 75 channels in the original OpenScan group that you started with. That's pretty much it. Now, scanning is a great way of hearing what's going on around you, while still being able to revert to your working channel, which your friends or your convoy may be on, to maintain clear communication. As I mentioned at the start of the video, there's a lot more scanning technology within the XRS range of radios, things like dual watch, priority scan, and net scan, and we're going to cover those in a series of subsequent videos. But for the meantime, jump into your radio, get familiar with the scan settings, and as always, if you've got any questions, drop a comment below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all of the latest from GME.